Hello friends and neighbors, welcome to Gentry Vintage. I'm Josh, your host. I hope this video finds you well. So I gotta apologize. I've not been putting out content lately, and it has not been intentional. It's been a crazy year. There has just been so much going on. Not all good, not all bad, but nevertheless, it's been crazy. Um, my grandmother always said, don't wish your life away. You only get one shot at it. And it's been something that I've always said to people as well, and I tried to tell myself. But at this moment, I'm really wishing for this year to be over. Let's just move through the holidays and slide right on into 2026, where better things are on the horizon. I know there is. Um, it's just been a crazy year. 2025, to be honest, has sucked. And not just for me, but many friends and loved ones as well. And I don't know why. It's just not been a good year. But hopefully things will calm down a little bit soon, and I can get back to putting out more content more consistently. Um, I know with YouTube too, when you're not consistent on putting your content out, the whole algorithm thing, when you do put a video out, not as many people are going to be viewing it and so forth because, well, when you're not posting content regularly, they don't prioritize, trying to make people see your stuff. And yeah, I know the past few videos I've put out have had pretty low viewer content, but that's okay. That's not why I do this. I do this because I enjoy doing it. I don't do it for the views and the subscribers and all that. I do it because I enjoy doing it, and I figure the people that really want to watch it will watch it. So, thanks for watching. So today, before I relight it, I'm smoking my Bing's favorite, and in it we have some Ken Byron Ventures Dark Fired Cherry. Dark Fired Cherry is a blend that I have wanted to try for a while, and I think mainly just due to the fact that I don't frequent the website very often. It's not something that's continued to be on my radar, and something made me think of it one day, so I got on there and ordered me a pouch of it. And while I was on there, I got me some Burlier Morning Pipe. Burley Morning Pipe is definitely a blend that I enjoy quite a bit. And I'd been curious about Burlier Morning Pipe since I'm a Burley guy. And so I also ordered some Burlier Morning Pipe, which I've been enjoying. And I will say, I think I kind of like Burlier Morning Pipe better than Burley Morning Pipe. But once again, I'm a Burley guy, so that would kind of make sense. It is the exact same flavor profile. It's exactly what it says. It's Burley Morning Pipe, just a little bit burlier, which is why I'm not going to do a review on it, because I've done a review on Burley Morning Pipe. If you haven't seen that, you can find it in the tobacco reviews playlist on here on my channel. But it is literally just Burley Morning Pipe, just burlier, just a little more bolder in the burley department. But I've been enjoying it. Actually, the wife likes it too. But I've been enjoying that quite a bit, and I've been enjoying this dark fired cherry as well. This dark fired cherry is good. I like it a lot. However, there's times the cherry in it is most definitely that kind of reminds you of a cherry lifesaver, the artificial candied cherry. Um, I'm not talking like real tasting cherry or um, it is definitely the artist. It tastes like somebody took some dark fired Kentucky and melted a cherry lifesaver in it. Basically, that's pretty much what it reminds me of. But for some reason, I still like it. I actually think the kind of barbecuey, dark fired flavor kind of goes nice with this candied cherry. I don't know. It's I like it. It's not something that I would smoke all the time. Will I buy more of it? I haven't decided yet. I still probably have a little over an ounce left. I bought a 2 ounce pouch. Uh, I probably have a little over an ounce left, maybe somewhere around in there. I need to jar the rest of it up. I just realized I haven't jarred it yet, and I've had it for like 3 weeks now. But it's holding its moist. The pouches that Ken Byron Ventures uses seem to seal pretty good, and it's holding its moisture and everything. But I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy it, but I don't know if it's something I want to keep on hand, like keep in my cellar. I don't know. Burley Morning Pipe, definitely. I'll definitely buy more of that. But this, I don't know yet. I mean, it sounds weird to say because I just got through saying that I enjoy it, which I do, but I don't know if I enjoy it enough to buy more of it. Um, I don't know. But yeah. Right now, at least, we're enjoying it while we have it. Whether I buy more, I guess that's to be determined. Mm. Why? Really? Why is it every time I do a video out here in this shop, there's a fly out here? Not like bunches of flies, just one. I don't know. I was gonna do a video on the back porch today, and I'll just be totally honest with you. The cat's out there bird watching, and I didn't want to disturb her bird watching, so I decided to come on out here to the shop and talk to you. However, it has been absolutely gorgeous weather this week here in Kentucky. Um, we're coming up on my favorite time of year. I absolutely love fall. I love the cool nights and the cool early mornings, and then the warm days. I don't know if we've even made it out of the 70s this week. If we have, it's been barely. Today we might. It's a little bit warmer today than it has been this week, but the humidity's still low and it's extremely tolerable. It's very pleasant. Um, yeah, but I'm loving it. I'm sure we'll have a few more hot days to go, I'm sure, before we actually hit the cool weather. But it's nice. And one of my coworkers was telling me yesterday that it looks like this nice weather is going to at least last through next week. He was saying that from what he was seeing, sometime late next week, we're supposed to be highs in the like mid to upper 60s, which that'll be awesome. So I saw the other day that Cornell and Deal has already dropped their Christmas blend, and I'm very intrigued by it. I definitely want to try it. I would have loved to pick up at least a tin of it the other day when it dropped. However, currently Josh has absolutely no money. Well, I take that back. My paycheck went in Thursday. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, whatever. My paycheck went in, but I got bills to pay. Um, so long story, man, I don't know why my stomach's making noise. I just ate lunch before I came out here to do this video. That's probably why. So long story short, I took the wife out for a late birthday dinner a week. Hold on. I was going to say a week ago. Yeah. My days are all messed up. I took the wife out for a late birthday dinner. It'll be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. And when we left the restaurant, about 10 minutes later, she got a notification from my bank that said there was a large transaction, $2,500 transaction. And before she could even say much, we both got a text message from my bank saying we detected a large transaction. You know, did you do it? Yes or no, whatever. And then we both responded no, and it said, you know, call the fraud department, you know, 1877 such and such and such and such. And so I did. And while I'm on the phone with them, I started getting other transactions coming through, 3,800 and a bunch of other crap just kept popping up. And they kept putting me on hold, you know, while they're trying to stop all this and so forth. And so the guy said, we've locked your debit card down, blah, blah, blah. We're stopping the transactions, all that stuff. He said, you should receive your debit card, and, you know, in the next few days. If you don't, call us back, blah, blah, blah. So fast forward to Wednesday of that week, I called back again, and I said, I still hadn't received a debit card yet, and transactions are still showing up on my account that we're not doing. And the guy said, don't pay attention to those. We're taking care of it. Nothing's actually going anywhere, but it, you know, just we're dealing with it. He said, you should receive your debit card either tomorrow or Friday at the latest. If you have not received it by Friday, call us back, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, Friday morning, I called the local branch of the bank, and I got a guy on the phone and told him, I said, I just need to get an update on what's going on. I haven't received a debit card, blah, blah, blah. He said, I can see that your debit card has been shut off or whatever. And he said, but we don't deal with all the fraud stuff, whatever. I need to transfer you to the fraud department. I was like, all right, go ahead and send me back there. So I get this lady on the phone, and within a few seconds, I realized absolutely nothing had been done on my account. None of these transactions had been stopped, nothing. So I got off the phone with her. I said, look, I'm going to the bank in person. I'm going to deal with somebody directly, you know, face to face, and this is enough's enough. So I get in there, and the lady, the teller, starts basically trying to argue that all these transactions were done by me. And she said, I'm looking right here where you've logged into signed into the online app or whatever, and you've done this and you've done that. And I'm like, no, ma'am, I have not. I haven't done any of this. And I said, I've been talking with the fraud department, blah, 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 blah. And she said, well, do you have a case number or whatever? I said, no, they didn't give me one. She said, well, I mean, you've done these transactions. And I'm like, no. I said, tell you what, I said, do you want the phone number that I've been talking to? She said, give me the number. So I gave her the phone number, and she said, honey, that's not one of our phone numbers. I said, it is, because when you call it answers with the automated system for the bank, you know, welcome to so-and-so bank, and goes through all the stuff, and, you know, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, you know, whatever, the whole automated system. She said, I don't care what it's got on it, it's not our number. We don't have that number. So she walks off and gets a guy in one of the offices, whatever, and then comes out, and she said, he's going to help you. And I gave him the number as well. But come to find out, I said long story short, and I've already made a long story. Come to find out, the number was not through my bank. It was a clever scammer. And it's crazy because they have completely duplicated the automated system for my bank. And obviously when I'm talking to the guy on the phone, he's able to see my stuff because he's in my account. So, yeah, I lost everything I had, my checking, my savings. They even did, I didn't even remember that I had this option, but luckily I've never had to use it. They even had cash advance. So whatever, after everything they took from me, what no longer was there, they just did cash advance for it. And then last week when my paycheck went in the bank, it immediately sucked it right back out. And, yeah, had to get a whole new bank account. Went to the bank this morning. The wife had a doctor's appointment this morning, and after that, we went to the bank and told them I want to just get an update on things because I got bills due. I got to pay my bills. I got mortgage coming up next week that needs to be paid. You know, got just day-to-day, just, you know, normal stuff that you use your money for. Groceries and electricity and water and, you know, all them things that, you know, help you survive in this world. So she pulls everything up and she said, well, I'm showing right here, you know, it takes up to 10 days, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yes, ma'am. I said, but I have mortgage due. I have other bills, necessities, that I need to take care of. And she said, well, it hasn't been 10 days yet, and blah, blah, blah. And then started kind of getting snippy with me. And the guy that I had worked with wasn't there. That's the only reason I didn't talk to him. She said he was coming in later this afternoon. But luckily, the other teller, when the person she was helping walked away, she remembered us coming in last week, and she spoke up and she said, they've already been in here. She said, you still don't have your money back? I said, no, ma'am. She said, you came in last Friday. I said, yes, ma'am, I did. And then of course, the lady, it said, 10 days, blah, 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 blah. She said, 10 days, yeah. But she said, this is Friday. They came in last Friday. She said, they should have had their money back. Well, it says 10 days. And she goes, you should have your money back next week. And I said, that don't help me now. Like I said, I got a mortgage payment due and all that. But I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't so hard to switch all your stuff around, I would move to another bank, because I'm really not happy with my bank right now. It being a fraud situation, my wife used to work in the fraud department for a bank. My neighbor used to work in the fraud department for a bank. And other people that have dealt with similar situations as me all say that the bank should have gave me my money back and then dealt with it, instead of making me wait 7 to 10 days or whatever. I just now got my debit card in the mail yesterday, which I guess technically I can use because my paycheck went in, but that's literally the only thing in the bank account is my paycheck. And that's not going to pay a mortgage. Especially after all the other bills and whatever. But anyway, I'm really aggravated with my bank right now, because I should have had money. I shouldn't be sitting here on week 3 with no money. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Week 3 with no money. Well, technically, because she said 10 days past that, it's going to be probably next Friday before I get money put back in my account. All I can do is hope and pray that the money goes back in before then. But it's absolutely ridiculous for it to take this long. And like I said, if it wasn't so much trouble, I would take my money to a whole new bank and just screw them. Yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, I have not bought the C&D's Christmas blend yet, because I ain't got the extra money to do that right now. Oh. Stop being silly. I put a new flint in this lighter the other day, and it's just not wanting to cooperate. I don't know if I got a little chunk of something hung in there. I might need to take it out. I don't know what it is, but it has not been wanting to cooperate. Oh, so some good news. Mr. Fly, could you go away for a minute? I'm trying to do a video. Good news. So back in the late spring, early summer, at church, we were supposed to have a 2-day revival. And that got postponed due to all the severe storms that we had coming through. It was supposed to get really bad that Friday night, and they decided to cancel it and reschedule, which was a smart decision. And I was worried that the revival wouldn't get rescheduled, this year. And thank goodness it did. We had, this past Friday and Saturday night, we had revival at church. Had 2 guest preachers come in to preach. Had some awesome music, awesome fellowship, awesome preaching. It was just phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. So both of the guest preachers, so let me back up. Our current preacher has been at this church now for just a little over a year. And prior to that, he preached at a church about an hour or so away from here, out in the country, my kind of place. But he preached at this church out in the country for a little over 25 years, I think he said. And he's in his early 70s now, and he decided that it was time to retire. And at the time, one of these guys was his associate pastor, and the other one was the music minister in the church. And not long before he decided to retire, his associate pastor actually took a job as the lead preacher for another church not far up the road from there. And which was really neat because he grew up in that community, he knew everybody, and it was a wonderful opportunity for him. And now, mind you, both these guys are probably about my age. I'm gonna say late 30s, early 40s, somewhere around in there. But so associate pastor leaves and takes his own church, which was a great opportunity for him. And the other guy that preached Saturday night was the music minister. So when our preacher had announced that he was going to retire, music minister comes to him and says, "I think the Lord wants me to preach." And of course, our preacher, knowing him and just knowing how he is and everything, he said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I think the Lord's calling me to preach." And he said, I think I'm supposed to take this church over. And at first he thought it was a joke. He thought he was just kind of picking on it, just, being funny. And he was serious. And he said, "Well, if you're serious about this," he said, "let's sit down and talk and, everything and see what we can do." So he was dead serious, and he did. He took over the church when our current preacher left and retired, and he is still the preacher at that church. And the congregation has grown. They've made a lot of updates and changes to the church. Not trying to go all crazy or nothing, but I mean not necessary changes. The church is growing, and then they've started trying to do some work to the church, updating, remodeling. I said that like it was a bad thing, like he took it over and was trying to turn it another direction. That's not what I meant. But with the church growing and everything, they've been able to financially, be able to start doing some updates and remodeling and so forth, and things that the church just needed. And one of the reasons that our current preacher decided it was time to retire is, like I said, he's in his early 70s, and he said he thought somebody younger might need to come in that could kind of help to keep the church moving in the direction that it needed to be. And so that's what he did. But these two guys are still very close with our preacher. When he picked up the phone and asked them to come preach for our revival, both of them absolutely jumped, no hesitation, and came. And I'm so glad they did, because both of them were wonderful, wonderful guys, great preachers. Like I said, wonderful music, fellowship. Even had homemade ice cream on Saturday night after service. What more could you ask for? Oh my goodness. I think my stem's a little bit, need to be pushed in a little bit on this, because I'm getting a little bit of moisture out there. Totally ADD moment there, sorry. Anyway, revival was awesome. My mom was able to come up for the weekend. She'd been wanting to go back in the spring, but my mom was able to come up and stay with us for the weekend and go as well. She enjoyed herself. She loves ice cream. I joked with her all weekend that she only came up for the ice cream, but she really enjoyed herself as well. And we been going to this church since March of this year, and just have absolutely fell in love with the church. Love the preaching, love the church family. It's been a blessing. And it was nice too. My mom was able to meet some of our new church family. I've talked about this church before, but we never intended on changing churches. We've lived in the area that we live in now for about 2.5 years, and we had a church where we lived before, and we relocated to the opposite end of the county. So me and the wife both being visually impaired and not able to drive, it was just it was tough to get back and forth every Sunday. We had some church members that would take turns driving us back and forth and everything, but they live on the other end of the county too, and it wasn't really fair to them for them to spend half their day trying to transport us back and forth for church. And we very much appreciated it, definitely appreciated it, and we're very blessed that we had that option. But we decided to start looking for something that was kind of closer to the house, where we didn't have to inconvenience people or spend a half a day trying to commute. And we just kind of stumbled on this church. Like I said, our preacher's been there for about 1.5 years-ish now. And when he took on this church, it was a dying church. There was about 15 members there. And I'd say right now we're probably teetering around the 50 mark, somewhere around in there, give or take a few, somewhere around 50. Now, last Friday and Saturday, it was packed. People came from both of the other guys' churches to support them as well. And like I said, most of those people know our current preacher, so it was also an opportunity for them to see him and his wife and see what he's up to. It was awesome, but obviously I enjoyed it. But yeah, we're probably got about 50 members now, somewhere around in there. I told the wife the other day we need to really strongly consider making it official. Now we haven't actually joined the church yet, but they keep telling us we're already part of the church family, and we need to start making it official. But so like I said, not everything this year's been bad. Definitely some good things. We're blessed in a lot of ways here. I have a lot of things to be thankful for. And luckily, I like to think that they outweigh the bad. But it's still been kind of a crappy year. I do like that. If this blend didn't have the dark fired in it, I don't know that I would like it as much. Because like I said, it's a very artificial cherry. But I think the dark fired kind of blends with it enough that it makes you overlook that a little bit. I do like it though. So I hope everybody's got some good plans for this Labor Day weekend. I don't. Okay, I guess I kind of do. For the rest of the day, I'm just gonna piddle around, try to do some things around here at the house. Hopefully, you know what? I might try to come out here in the shop and do some things while it's not boiling hot out here. And it's a mess out here. Thank goodness y'all can't see all this because it's a mess. But I might try to come out here this afternoon. If not, maybe tomorrow for sure. Get some stuff done out here in the shop. Sunday, go to church, and there's a car show Sunday I might try to go to. Monday, definitely have a car show I'm going to. I've been looking forward to that since last year, so we're definitely going to that Monday. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot we're doing this weekend. Might throw something on the grill, maybe, probably. But yeah, hope y'all got some decent plans for this weekend. Enjoy the weather for sure. I tell you what, last night was so pretty. Last night we had a couple pieces of homemade peanut butter pie that the lady across the street made, and man, I had me a piece of peanut butter pie and an orange crush. After that, sat down on the back porch, fire up a pipe, listen to a little bluegrass music, and just watch the sunset. Can't ask for nothing better. It was awesome, beautiful. It was really what I needed. It was wonderful therapy. And I slept so good last night. It was just a nice, peaceful evening. The wife was in the house doing whatever she was doing on the couch. I don't know if she was reading or what, but while she was doing that, I was sitting on the back porch, like I said, enjoying a pipe and a little orange crush and a little bluegrass music while the sun set. And it was just so refreshing, so therapeutic. And I slept better last night than I have, and I don't know when. But it was so refreshing. I don't know why it sounds like rain's hitting the roof, because it is most definitely not raining. Huh. I don't know. And leaves shouldn't be falling yet. I don't know what that was. Probably one of them silly squirrels up there doing something. Anyway, friends, I've babbled long enough. I've missed talking to y'all. I've missed making videos. And I'm going to try my best to get back to doing that more consistent. But yeah, I guess I appreciate y'all watching, especially if you made it this far. I really appreciate you watching. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been on here so much lately, and I'm going to try to do better at that. But with all that said, until next time, I wish blessings for all and lots of luck to you and yours.